Behold, the hammer of Thor!
Ha! You're gonna have to do better than that.
If I want him to sleep, he's gonna sleep.
I am her.
I take that back.
Huh. You feel any better after that head therapy?
Yeah, I feel sort of.
Sort of.
Alright, so this episode's called Between a Rock and a Hard Place, and once again it seems to be another Fishlegs centric episode, I guess.
Yeah, it is, but you know, Fishlegs' track record. Let's compare Snot-Out's track record and Fishlegs' track record.
I think we've already
established it, but yeah, Snot-Out's is all like freaking all through the roof, while Fishlegs is just.
Yeah, he gets a few good episodes. Not saying that this wasn't a bad episode.
It's passable.
Yeah, again, like so many others.
It's too predictable is my problem with it.
I think that's all the anime that you've been spoiled by.
Well, sorry, but you got to have higher quality. Like, how many... I called out, like, a lot of things during this episode. Like, we'll get to that later, but...
Alright, so the summary is that the writers are trying to disrupt a convoy of Vigo's ships.
Thinking there's dragons on it.
Yeah, and only to find out that it's filled with marble, and so they find out where it's coming from, the flock of dragons that are running away, and they split off into two groups. Just Hiccup and Fishlegs and the twins, which of course in any episode, good or bad, they're always in top form.
Yeah.
And they find out the marble comes from this island, and the hunters use catastrophic quakens to break the marble, and then they ship it to their island, which the other half of the team, consisting of Astrid, Heather, and Snotlout, which also gets a good moment.
Interesting combination.
Where they find out that they're using the marble to build a dragon-proof stronghold.
Or, I call it igloo, but that's just me.
Well, is it made out of ice?
Nope.
Then it's not an igloo. But yeah, the team that Astrid is on, they can't break up the marble. Hiccup's team eventually they free the catastrophic quakens, and Fishlegs is able to use the quakens to break up the dome, and the hunters are defeated yet again. I gotta say, after Maces and Talons Part 2, the hunters just don't seem all that
threatening anymore.
They're
No, just kind of there.
Hasn't there been a single moment in this episode where they won?
Hunters?
In the season?
Hunters? Nope.
No.
No.
No, I mean, yeah. Vigo
Makes an appearance at Buffalo Soldier.
Buffalo Soldier saying that he deliberately sent out diseased men to at least to infect one of the riders. But aside from that,
yeah, it's been pretty.
You kind of didn't. You did take the head bad guy, and you just made him at least less threatening. I kind of hope that the next 4 episodes actually kind of redeem him, especially when it gave us that cliffhanger of an ending, you know, where he simply says that this ends now.
Yeah. That being said, this whole episode is only salvaged by one thing and one thing only. In fact, any bad episode, generally that becomes passable, is saved by one thing and one thing only.
And that's...
Tough Nut and Rough Nut.
So, 2 things.
2 things.
So,
Well,
pretty
one
much-
entity, one entity.
Okay, so the twins.
The twins.
Where were they in Big Man on Burke?
I know. But the misery that these twins and their dragon go through is what makes this episode enjoyable.
Yeah.
I mean,
so let's see, their dragon, they crash on the island
they're
where the marble is from, and their dragon can't fly anymore.
the Quaken smashes down, blows everyone away. It goes to do a branch, and it has its eye poked, and now it's got goose coming out.
And let's see, I think in one point also he walks with the limp.
And why did he get an eye patch for the dragon that looks like an eye too?
And when the island starts crumbling because it's unstable,
they have to sail on a boat, not just a boat. It's like a rowboat.
it's a dinghy.
And they're like, ah! They're trying to paddle their boat with this dragon that's going like this away. It's just,
I know it, but also I can't say it was all bad. There were some good moments, like, you know, Fishlegs is kind of badass for just a little bit.
yeah.
You know, when he's got that, you know, when he has the hammer and the sun's behind him and he's like, he points at it and he's got the Quakens behind him.
Yeah, I mean this shot where he looks like the Dragonborn?
Yes.
Yes. Like freaking, he looks like the Dova King.
And you know, this kind of shows does show that there is a specialty. I mean, since Fishlegs owns a Gronkle, or I don't know, own sounds too harsh of a word.
Yeah.
Is friends with a
There you go.
friends with a Gronkle, so he kind of knows this. He knows the Boulder class type of dragons.
Now, that being said, Hiccup, what is with your attitude towards the Quaken?
I know, this is the second episode where it seems like he doesn't want to have anything to do with that dragon.
I mean, Christ, he sounds like there's nothing we can do for him, Fishlegs. You know, let them alone. I'm like, are you racist, Hiccup?
Okay, first off, it's not so much racist as it is genus-cist, maybe?
Okay, that makes sense. But seriously, like, why? Are you scared of them? I'm like, yeah, they have those creepy mouths. Ugh.
That was actually my second point. And I mean, yeah, they are kind of scary. I mean, they definitely do look like the bad guy from Blade 2.
Ugh. But yeah,
It's like, but if Hiccup's supposed to be portrayed as like this friend to all dragons, why is there just like this one dragon where he's just doesn't want to help?
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one of you can probably explain in the comments. We can't wrap our heads around this.
Yeah. Now, that being said, it was interesting because I was just guessing when I made the predictions. I'm like, those wrecking balls are probably Quakens. Probably.
Yeah. And turns out you're right.
Yes. There are so many guesses. I'm like, so the wrecking ball are Quakens. They couldn't destroy it for. I'm like, let me guess. Quakens. They're gonna destroy this.
Mm-hmm. Ding! Okay, now, the idea of the marble, I thought that was a good idea. Because, yeah, marble is, and that's also heavy stuff. That's heavy stuff. It is essentially fireproof because it's made inside of the earth from high heat. So of course fire wouldn't destroy it, and it is tough stuff. So I thought that was kind of brilliant.
Well, I can't help but laugh at how when the Krakens crash into it, it looks like Legos or Jenga. Looks like Jenga.
Well, what did you expect? I mean, it It is a nigh dragon-proof fortress that's only up against the dragon that can actually break it.
It doesn't help that it looks like an igloo blocks. Like it's not even like a normal looking house.
Well,
or a
fort.
fort.
Of course, it's not a house or a fort. It's a stronghold. I think comfort's the last thing.
I see better stronghold in the castles.
Oh, okay.
But that being said, yeah. And in fact, one of my favorite conversations is Snout Loud with Heather and Astrid because. Good guy, you know, what was it, 2 episodes ago? 1 episode ago? He looked like he gave up on Astrid and he wants to know...
Last episode.
Yes, and he wants to know, to hook up with Heather. Now this time he wants them both. He's suggesting a threesome. I'm like...
I don't think he was suggesting that. I think he was suggesting maybe like an open relationship.
But, you know, the girls disagree.
I don't think, they didn't disagree, they just simply... They simply went, is he being serious?
Yeah.
So,
and I did find that it was very comical of Snala asking these questions like, okay, first off, why did that island sink behind you? First off, where do those 2 Quakens come from? And 3, what's going on?
Yeah. I feel like we missed something.
That was hysterical, actually.
And so, alright, and the way it ends is they don't take the dragons back to the edge, like they done with the last couple of dragons. They take it back to, what was it, Dark Deep, I think it was called?
Yeah, that one island that has the Quaken.
Yeah, that one, a very forgettable episode. That's kind of why we don't even remember the name of the island.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, what makes you think that those hunters are going to stop making marble fortresses?
You might want to keep those around.
Yeah. Alright, and then of course we get the cliffhanger where Vigo, he's now very aggravated.
Very.
Yeah, so he says, this is the last straw. This
ends now.
Yes. And that's it. That's cliffhanger.
Yes.
Alright, so overall, a passable.
Very passable.
Very passable episode. It's not bad, not great. It's just here.
Yeah.
It just exists.
It's gonna be one of those many episodes where we're like, what episode was that?
I don't. Yep. It's gonna be one of those.
Yeah. But that being said, I can't wait for the next episode. I want to see what's gonna go happen. What's Vigo planning?
Okay, I think the next episode's called Family on the Edge, and we're finally gonna see Dagger, I believe. Yes. I'm actually worried. I'm actually worried. I mean, you're worried? I mean, we don't know how well he's kind of repressed his
inner berserker,
his derangedness. Oh no, we'll have to see next time.